I hope you're doing well. Today, I want us to look at Psalm 105. He says to us that it's a proclamation, if you will, of his wondrous works. Starts off, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people." For the very first verse, he's proclaiming that we who know God and are known by God, we Christ ones, we proclaim what he has done among all the people. This is the essence of evangelism in the world. It's not a system, it's simply proclaiming what God has done for us. We know that he went to that cross to become what we were so we could receive his own life. The deeds that he has done for us. Let's proclaim them to all people. He says, sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all of his wondrous works. You can't help but be overwhelmed how God has worked in each of our lives. And I encourage you to sing praises to him. Tell people of his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. I'm not sure about how he puts us. We seek the Lord. I kind of believe that we seek the Lord because he's seeking us first. We love him because he loved us first. But when I came to Christ, I don't know that I was seeking him, but he was seeking after me. His love, if you will, was pursuing me. And when I embraced that love and was born again, then my heart was more keen into seeking to know him in a deeper and a more intimate way. And I hope that journey never ends, never deadens. And so he says, seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. Well, we have that. He's reminding us, don't rely on your own ability, because at the end of self-sufficiency, we find the sufficiency of Christ. We know him, and his presence is with us continually. So he's calling us to the place where we walk in a relationship of intimacy with him. We know his presence is in us. We know we are in him and he in us. And so we can connect with him. We can stay in step with his spirit. We can seek that the fruit of the spirit be manifest in our life as we deny ourselves and allow him the liberty to live his life through us. But we have his presence. He goes, remember wondrous works that he has done. You got to remember the right things. It's easy to get locked in and remember the wrong things. And he says, remember not your enemy, remember the wondrous works of God that he has done, his miracles and the judgments he uttered. Now he's taken us to the place of how he worked in Abraham and the descendants of Abraham. Listen, he says, "O offspring of Abraham, his servant, children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever." Think about that. When we enter into a covenant, the Jewish covenant for the Jewish people and the nation of Israel, the old covenant, and the new covenant established by Christ, death, burial, and resurrection, is for us. He never will forget it, because even when we are faithless, he is faithful, for he cannot deny himself. What a wonderful promise we have there. He goes, he remembers his covenants forever, the words that he commanded for 1,000 generations. The covenant that he made with Abraham, he swore and promised to Isaac, which also confirmed to Jacob as a statute, to Israel as an everlasting covenant, saying, to you I will give the land of Canaan as a portion of an inheritance. When they were few in number, of little account, and sojourners in it, wandering from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another people, he allowed no one to oppress them. He rebuked kings on their account, saying, touch not my anointed ones, do my prophets no harm. We remember that when Abraham was journeying and he'd come into a kingdom and they wanted his wife, and he lied and said, sister. Well, the Lord intervened on his behalf at that very moment. When he summoned a famine on the land and broke all supply of bread, He had sent a man ahead of them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. His feet were hurt with fetters. His neck was put in a collar of iron until what he had said came to pass. The word of the Lord tested him. So he comes down to how the people get into Egypt, because he first sent Jacob. God was working the whole time. His brothers, remember, meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, and he fulfilled that promise. And he goes on, Joseph suffered, but it was for a purpose. He made him Lord of his house and ruler of all his possessions. So Pharaoh takes Joseph, who was captive and falsely accused, and makes him the prince of the nation. He's the ruler over all things and fulfills the vision that he had gotten. Then Israel came to Egypt. Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham, and the Lord made his people very fruitful and made them stronger than their foes. He turned their hearts to hate his people, to deal craftily with his servants. So they didn't remember Joseph anymore, and now the people were so numerous that the new Pharaoh was fearful. He sent Moses, his servant, and Aaron, whom he had chosen. They performed his signs among them, and miracles in the land of Ham. He goes on, he's telling them all of these things, these miracles that God did in delivering Israel are important to remember. He goes, because it shows us the power of God and the strength of God, the intervention of God on behalf of his children. And that's you and I. He said he turned the waters into blood. He caused our fish to die. He swarmed them with frogs, that they were even in the chamber of the king. Then swarms of fly and gnats throughout the country. He gave them hail for rain, fiery lightning bolts throughout the land. He struck down the vines and the fig trees and shattered the trees of their country. He spoke, and the locusts came, young locusts without number, which devoured all the vegetation in their land and ate up the fruit of their ground. And he struck down all the firstborn in the land, the first fruits of all their strength. Then he brought out Israel with silver and gold. He gave them, he says, a cloud of covering and a fire to give light by night. He showed them his presence. And that presence is in us today. He brought them, he said, goes a fire by night. And then he asked, and he brought quail. And he gave them bread from heaven in abundance. He opened the rock, and water gushed out. It flowed through a desert like a river. But he remembered his holy promise. So how do we know God's going to take care of us? We have to remember his promises, and they are multiple for us. He promises that when we give generously, that he'll give back to us. He'll provide for us. We have a promise from God. We have a promise of God that when we become children, that we have an inheritance, that we're the people of God, a holy nation, a priesthood, that we have a direct connection with God, the children. And I just want to encourage you today, you go through and read it carefully, Psalm 105, and let it penetrate your heart. What he did for Israel, he has done for us. And as he will fulfill his covenant to Israel, he has fulfilled his covenant with us. It's done. And so we can rest in him, the Sabbath rest of knowing that his work is finished, even though he still has many good works he desires to do in and through us. You have a wonderful day. God bless.